Hello. Morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Morning, reaching Yana and Rex and Timmy. Oh my goodness, and Slayer Friend is here and Bear is here. Welcome. It's Dylan Day, hopefully. One moment. My VTuber has disconnected from my microphone. Stop. Thank you. There we go. Okay. I need lip syncing or it's fucking over, dude. Who's ready for some couples? Harry! Welcome! I miss you. I hope we can play Phasmo soon. I don't have a couple guests. Eva's working. Bear and Ari can just take over the stream if they want. I'll go. And then you guys can like... Alright, goodbye, Lo-Fi. It's over. And then put the chat up. And then ho ho! Vampire. Wow! The creature! The creature! So everyone wanted it to be a surprise, so I was trying not to say anything. Where the fuck is my audio? What is happening? My bones. What? Why is it not giving me a settings option? Did my headphones disconnect? What are we doing? Yeah, they did. No, I don't want that. I want the game. What is happening? I can't get the audio to like select a track like I usually do. This is so strange. Disabled. Audio. What is happening? Every day I come on a stream, twitch.tv, and it fights me. What about this one? Alright, that one works. Okay. Welcome. Haunted house? Harry, aren't they all haunted? I want to go to the haunted house. Alright, everybody. Welcome to couples therapy. Get ready.
Good evening, Samuel. I know you're busy packing to go back home to the United States, but I thought you would enjoy one more therapy opportunity before you leave.
I would, and I love you, and I miss you, and I'm gonna miss you. Let me sit. Make myself a little guy with my pillow. Alright.
Sure thing, boss. I'm finding this therapy stuff real fulfilling, and I think I'm pretty good at it. No need to disqualify the positive.
You have faced the embodiment of lust, a furious mother, a fallen angel, a vampire from the ancient world, and even a child actor. I would say your
Ooh,
pride is
child
well earned.
actor.
Well, thank you kindly, Andy. So what do we got tonight? A fascist dictator? A forgotten goddess? The head of the Illuminati?
Uh-huh.
Nothing so grand, but infinitely more complex. Tonight, you will tend to a couple. When one does not die, relationship problems tend to fester terribly. Most vampire breakups end with a stake in the heart, but perhaps you can prevent this. Here, take a look at their intake form.
Okay, tomorrow and oh god. 268 and 71. Oh, toxic age difference. This pair of vampires requested therapeutic help in resolving domestic disputes. Curiously, they both were killed after respective revolutions in their countries. They've expressed difficulties in communication, a common threat in vampires with large age gaps. This pair has a 197 years between them. In his V-mail, Momoro expressed that his partner had difficulty with criticism and excessive defensiveness. Keep contempt out of the room.
Good-looking pair, I'll give him that.
Physical attraction is a quick way to form an intense bond, but reality rears its head quite quickly.
There's a pretty big age difference. Probably causes some problems, too.
Sometimes. Crimson and I often do not understand each other's references, but we see them as opportunities to learn. The important thing is to remember that we are all individuals. With this in mind, what do you think is the most common distortion couples face?
Oh, Jesus.
It's gotta be mind reading. It's the most exciting and the most terrifying thing about being with another person. We can't ever know their minds for certain.
That's right, Samuel. Time spent together can make a couple believe that they can read each other's minds, but this is an illusion. You may pick some other distortions you think a couple is likely to exhibit.
Oh, Jesus. I don't know these two. Momo and Reza. How cute. Momo. Momo. What a powerful concept. Blaming probably. Labeling probably. I mean, like, how mean are they going to be to each other? That's the question. Like, how mean are we talking?
I think I've got some good ones here.
I am certain they will all manifest themselves, my friend. Good luck tonight. I am eager to see how you work with these two.
I'm not going to fit on the couch anymore, am I?
All right, I think I'm ready. Here they come.
Two bats!
Bonsoir.
Oh, Momo! Momo? Okay, wait. I'm gonna be up here with my boy again.
Salam.
Hi.
Well, howdy. Nice to meet you two fellers. Glad I could squeeze you in.
Very kind of you to find time for us.
Yes, I want to fix everything. Come on, let's go. Let's get started. I'm ready to do the work.
Oh. Reza, you look more like a werewolf than a vampire. Does that affect you in, like, your personal day-to-day life, or...?
It's good to hear you're raring to go, partner, but let's think of this less as fixing and more about helping you folks understand yourselves better.
Did you, like, you were like, I bagged a femboy, and then that was kind of it for you, and you didn't really think any further?
Come now, mon amour. You have all the time in the world. I swear, you forget you are dead sometimes.
I'm not dead.
Alright, that's it, okay.
Undead, mon chaton, I know. I'm so sorry, mon ami du Far West. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Antoine Francois Momoro, but call me Momo.
And I am Reza Hushmanzadeh.
Well, howdy, Momo. Mighty fine meeting you, Mr.
Sam, don't! Sam, don't! Sam! Sam! Huge man... Huge man satay.
Hushman Satay?
Huge man sauté? That sounds delicious.
Hushmanzadeh.
Oh, Hushman Zadeh. I want to get it right, partner.
Good.
So, what's bringing you two to my window?
I simply asked Reza for a little more living space. I asked him to move to the other side of my castle, and this made him quite upset.
You got a castle?
Do you not have a castle?
I know we vampires can get the castle mania, but I'm not sure why I'd need one
Ha!
myself.
It's because it's like
So you could banish your boyfriend to the other side of it, of course.
Oh, he very mad.
It's the other side of a castle. You can walk, can't you?
He wishes it were a bigger castle so I could be farther away.
Oh no.
Hold your horses there. I'm sensing some feelings here. I know once we get them emotions up, we're shooting cognitive distortions all over the place.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, sorry. I probably shouldn't come out of the gate and use terms like cognitive distortions.
That's all right. I know them already.
I know them too.
Oh, these two.
Shucks, that just makes this a whole lot easier. Now, Rizzo, what'd you say about Momo wanting a bigger castle?
He wants a bigger castle so he can banish me further.
Okay.
Rizzo, how do you know Momo here wants you even farther away? Did he tell you that?
Yes, he told me by banishing me.
Well, why don't we let Momo here speak for himself and see if he thinks that?
I don't want you farther away, Reza. I just need more time to myself.
Momo's saying he wants space, not to banish you, Reza. You might have been reading his mind some.
I'm just angry. I get worked up when I know he doesn't respect me.
Wait,
Partner, Momo's the only one here who knows if he respects you or not. How do you know that, Reza? You might be doing a little mind reading here, or you might be thinking you're always right without evidence.
Oh, well, I know that can't be. I'm never right about anything.
oh. Reza, are you okay?
So why are
Like,
you
I know the
saying
answer's
Momo
no,
doesn't respect you?
but like, oh my god.
He talks to me like I'm a child. All the time he tells me how innocent I am and how I'll cool down when I'm older.
Age can be a touchy subject among us undead folks. How old are you, Reza?
I'm 71 years old. I'm not a bache.
But you are a baby, mon chaton. So am I. And you, cowboy? I'd say you are a bit younger than I am.
Oh, yep, born 1801.
So you see, we are all babies. Let us cry together.
Okay.
You see what I have to deal with?
Momo, it seems as if Reza doesn't like being called a baby.
He should not be so sensitive. Being called a baby wouldn't bother me.
Okay. Should.
Come on, compadre, maybe we're all babies, but I think you're old enough to know that your should don't apply to everyone. People are gonna feel the way they feel, and you can't control that. Doesn't matter how right your should seem to you.
Yes, that is certainly so. You cannot force another to see the truth, not even at the end of a bayonet.
Well, they'll say anything just to make the bayonet go away, right? So, Momo, what triggered this desire for more space?
Nothing to do with Reza. I simply accept that the era of feudalism has ended.
Uh-huh.
First of all, we must examine this notion that a couple must live together. Under the feudal system, of course, it makes sense. The family must tend to the land and hearth and ensure the lord gets his due. But couples live together out of necessity, ouais? It is no longer the 18th century. We are allowed the leisure and peace that the aristocracy has always enjoyed. And that includes peace from one another, n'est-ce pas?
You think you deserve what the aristocracy has because you are an aristocrat now. You're not a common man.
Reza, you're labeling Momo here by calling him an aristocrat. If you give him a label like that, you're gonna see him as an aristocrat.
Do you hear him? He talks about freedom as though everyone is free. His battles are all over.
Reza, mon cœur de ténèbres. What you do not understand yet is that the battle between the classes will never be over. My recognition of this does not make me an aristocrat, but a realist.
I'm sensing there's some deeper conflict here.
There is so much going on here.
Only the oldest conflict, mon ami. I am afraid my dear boy Reza has taken my words a little too seriously.
Why are you two together? First of all, explain that to me. Explain that to me. Do you like each other? Name one thing that you like about the other, and we'll start there.
Liberté, égalité, fraternité. I wrote these words as a mortal, believing that we could wipe away the class system entirely, and that all humankind could respect one another.
And then you gave up. The French Revolution accomplished nothing. I plan to accomplish something in my country.
Guys,
Clearly, Reza thinks that it is nothing that they cut off my fucking head.
oh, he's got a neck scar. Oh no, my boy.
They killed me too. You don't see me giving up.
Becca, the vampires are immediately toxic. They're immediately toxic. Welcome, happy Wednesday.
Because you haven't figured it out yet. The only way you will finish your revolution is if you kill every aristocrat, their children and their children's children. And it is not enough to kill all the aristocrats. You have to kill even the memory of aristocracy. And that you cannot do.
Unsure if it's toxic in a sexy way. It seems toxic in a, like, again, name one thing that you guys like about each other.
That's where you're wrong.
You're such a child.
And you're such a sellout!
Oh my god.
Ooh, tempers are running high here. Let's take a breather. If you keep branding each other with them nasty names, you ain't gonna have much in the way of fruitful conversations. Reza's 74 years old. He ain't an actual kid. Momo died for his cause. Sellout ain't the first word I'm thinking of. Now, you two came here for a reason, and I hope it's to get on the same page. I'm starting to wonder if you two are even dead, your blood is so hot. I sure as shit hope there's something you appreciate about each other.
He's like, please name one thing.
Of course there is. I adore Reza.
And I love Momo. I want things to be the way they used to be.
Oh no.
Well, Momo, why don't you start? Tell me what drew you to Reza.
His chest hair.
Well, first of all, look at him. I'm too old to deny that physical attractiveness is part of his appeal. His Persian disco music clothing tastes are unfortunate, but it is exciting to see a little displayed masculinity. But beyond that, he is so passionate. His blood is cold, but he's all fire inside. He reminds me of myself in my youth. He sees a new reality, and he wishes to bring it into existence through sheer force of will. He is inspiring.
Well, that's beautiful, Momo. It's easy to fall for someone who fights for the impossible. What about you, Reza? What drew you to Momo?
I was obsessed with Momo before I even knew him. I read about Antoine Francois Momoreau back in university. Through his published works, he was my teacher. We could not have started our revolution without studying him. He knew how to unite the classes against their oppressors. That is genius.
Well, I'm glad to hear all these positives. Reza, Momo said you were inspiring. Sounds to me like he does respect you.
Fine, maybe he does respect me. But it's clearly my fault he doesn't want me around.
What? Oh, my boy. No,
Reza
are
sees
you
himself as the cause of fine.
Buckaroo, you are making this all about you. Now, if Momo wants some space, that's up to Momo. Momo's got his own needs, and they might not have much to do with you.
But we were fine before. Why am I not good enough for him now?
Hombre, you gotta hear me. It ain't always about you. You could be the sexiest vampire on this earth, and even then, you couldn't expect to be wanted all the time.
Mon chaton, you are being dramatic. Why are you afraid of a little space?
You won't be interested in me anymore. You just want me farther and farther away, and eventually you'll want me gone.
Oh, my boy.
Compadre, you are jumping straight to the worst possible ending here. Has Momo suggested that he's done with you? There are always going to be question marks in a relationship. You don't know where this thing's going to go, but you're filling in the blanks with doom and gloom.
What I do know is that Momo always used to be happy to be around me, and now he's not.
Becca, maybe I'll make myself a little bigger. I made myself very small because they're in front of the couch, but I can sit on his lap, or their lap, or the book again, or like the edge of the chair, and then you'll all see. Yeah, I think that maybe Sam's knee is sort of this one or this one. This one. This is where I belong.
Reza, I love you. What is that phrase you taught me? Jigareto Bokaram?
Oh, what's that mean?
Bear.
It means I want to eat his liver.
How romantic.
Oh, shit, I thought the Goths here were kinky.
I don't want to literally eat his liver. It is, how you say, cute aggression? As in, I find him so irresistible, I wish to eat his liver. It's a lovely sentiment.
I love the character design in this game so much. Look at these two, they're so cute. They're both so cute, I love them so much.
But Reza, Petite Souris, you care so much. But you do not understand. I can care for you, but have my own concerns. I do not wish to be with you all the time, and you cannot force me to. Just as you cannot force your people to revolt. These are inevitabilities you must accept.
Oh my god. No.
This is a
No.
strange
I do not wish
No,
to be with you
no.
all the time, and you cannot.
No.
This is a
Blaming.
strange
I do not wish to.
Labeling.
This is a strange supp-
I do not wish to.
this is a
Should.
strange supp-
I do not.
Momo, you said yourself that the thing that drew you to Reza here was his passion. Don't go shutting him down by telling him he can't have an effect on anything. He can't take control of history, but he can make a difference, just like you did.
Bear, run. Bear your liver.
Perhaps I misspoke. That was not my intention. Clearly, we have both caused this stir in our own nations. They would not have killed us otherwise. It is simplistic to think revolution is ever truly complete. Look at the world itself. Revolution. It is literally circular. France is now in its fifth republic. Authoritarianism rises, then the people get their turn. Authoritarianism rises once more, and the people rise again.
You once believed in progress for all.
Dear Reza thinks too highly of me. I coined this phrase in error. Liberté, égalité, fraternité. Liberty, equality, and brotherhood. Liberté and égalité can be achieved by the gun and the bayonet. But achieving fraternité, c'est impossible, because the upper classes cannot relate to those they hold dominion over. So the revolution, the cycle of war, shall never end.
Okay. Is this mind reading or always right?
The
It's okay.
certainty with
I think I want to challenge you there, Momo.
Oh? This should be good.
There is something exceptional about us vampires. We don't die. My mentor, Andy, he's older than feudalism. We wouldn't recognize people from his time, and I reckon folks 2,000 years from now won't recognize us. If Rez is patient, heck, maybe he'll see the kind of future he wants to see.
I was not expecting this argument. Yes, I concede. Perhaps in 2,000 years, or maybe 10,000, class will achieve some sort of irrelevancy on a new planet. But such a distant future is hardly worth thinking about.
I refuse to believe that we died for nothing. Momo can wait forever for things to get better, but that is disrespectful to our comrades. Do you know that in my country it is illegal to be gay? That we have a morality police that forces people to act and dress as they dictate? It is not fair for future generations to have freedom when this generation must suffer. I died to make a difference.
Oh, bud.
Both of you are trying to tell me that I fought and died for nothing.
We are doing nothing like that. You see threats everywhere, mon petit chaton. Does your mind never know
Oh
peace?
no.
And you don't worry enough. You think I'm just an irrational child. You think my ideas are pointless.
Both of you are going right back to the mind reading again. Look, we gotta sort out where the truth is here, and something tells me we ain't gonna do it while we're all here in the same room. I'd like to talk to you two by your lonesome so I know where you both are coming from. Does that sound good?
I don't want to stretch this out forever.
Reza, dear, you forget we are dead. Have patience. Cowboy, I think this is an excellent idea.
Well, why don't we start with you then? You can come visit next week, and then I can talk to Reza the week after. The same time work for you?
Yes, I am not busy.
All right. Now, Reza, you can hold on, right? I hope you two can schedule a nice date one of these evenings.
If Momo wants one.
Of course I want one, petit chouchou. We'll discuss it when we get onto our
Petit
castle.
chouchou.
Merci beaucoup, thérapeute. À la semaine prochaine.
Petit chouchou.
You are fascinating to observe, my friend. You have a keen sense of when to cut in and when to let someone speak.
Heck, they showed me when to cut in pretty quickly. Them two are real good at getting on each other's nerves.
Long-term relationships are difficult for the undead. If you think the 7-year itch is bad, imagine a 700-year itch.
Have you been in a relationship that long, Chief?
No, my longest was about 400 years. We were more than ready to kill each other, and indeed, that is exactly what happened. In retrospect,
Okay.
he wasn't that bad. I simply could not stand his constant hissing at me. But I am optimistic that you can prevent these two from suffering a similar fate.
Creature.
I hope so. Them two are exhausting already.
Why not go for a walk? It is a fine night out. I believe the mortals of the city are engaged in some sort of celebration. Perhaps you can see what has them so excited.
Well, that's a fine idea, Andy. You have a good night.
Oh, I plan on it. I must appreciate Crimson's fine ass as much as I can before she leaves for the United States.
Hey.
No details needed. I'll get walking.
Rest in peace, my friend.
Okay. I'll never know peace.
Sure is a fine evening. Mortals seem to be riled up about something. I can hear a lot of noise out there.
What is this? Oh, my controller's plugged in and it was like, unplug. I'm not using a controller. Thank you. That was so scary.
Oh, hey, Bert. You know what's going on out there?
Oh, Bert. Yeah, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah?
Oh, I wouldn't have guessed.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I see. Well, let me get this straight. It's rabbit hunting season, ain't it? Ooh, I used to go hunting with my brother Jeb. I'm still a sharpshooter. Well, you don't see me judging your hobbies. Oh, what's this? Bach festival? People are really into Bach here. I never went in for that classical stuff.
Yeah.
It's too many notes for the likes of me.
No.
All right, don't go reaching for your pitchfork. Maybe I'll go downtown and listen. Jeez, I guess I hit a sore spot. I'll head into the city and see if I can't find out what the deal is with this Bach fella. Oh, well, butter my biscuits. I think that's the man himself. Johann Sebastian Bach. Doesn't look like a fella I drink a beer with.
What are you talking about, cowboy? Bach is the coolest.
3 of them?
Oh, sorry. Didn't realize I was talking to myself. You gotta admit, though, fella looks like his dog left him a present on the couch.
What are you talking about? Bach is the man.
The genders and the audio quality of the genders.
Yeah, a real man.
The audio quality of the genders, question mark?
Oh, yeah, I would fuck him.
Oh, okay.
We just got out the Bach concert. They played all the hits.
What the fuck is going on?
Jumping Jehoshaphat, what the hell was that?
Der Bachhasser.
Der Bachhasser.
Der Bachhasser.
Bach Hasser?
It means the Bach hater.
There is no such thing as a Bach hater. Everyone loved Bach.
I would fuck him.
Okay.
Yeah, I picked up on that the first time. Is there someone out there who might have a bone to pick with Bach?
Dude, Bach is dead.
Wow, Bach is life, bro.
Why would anyone alive have a problem with the greatest musician of all time?
Is this what Germans are like, Yana? Fact check?
Maybe they ain't alive.
Whoa, that is deep.
Maybe this is one of our kind in need of help. I ought to track them down. I'll ask these kids some questions. Has anyone ever seen the Screamer?
The Screamer.
There is a legend that a ghost haunts the streets of Leipzig.
I heard it was a giant rat.
Wearing a hat. It was definitely wearing a hat.
Who wears that hat?
Okay.
I'm just gonna fade into the darkness here. So when does this scream happen?
When Bach's spirit is pleased.
Then Der Bachhasser is one of our music god's most famous pieces.
A total loser.
Oh, a rude person.
Hey, labeling is a pretty
Hey.
rude thing to do, you know. Maybe someone had a legitimate beef with Bach. I'm sure he wasn't all good.
Okay.
Shh, he didn't mean it.
Okay.
Why would anyone hate Bach?
Maybe they don't like Lutherans.
It's because they hate music and our freedom.
They don't like Bach because they hate your freedom?
I think it must be another composer.
Richard Wagner was here.
Oh, the poser.
The Nazi.
The Nazi poser.
Okay.
Being a Nazi poser is the worst.
I agree.
I think I've got some idea of what might be going on here.
I
Potentially.
don't. So if anyone could clue me
Yeah?
in.
Are you going to hunt down Der Bachhasser, cowboy?
I was thinking about it. Sounds like a soul in trouble if I ever heard one. Based on what you told me, I think I can piece together the real story. Not everything these kids said makes sense. I better get this right or we'll be here all night.
I don't... It's something wearing a hat.
It's something wearing a hat.
So that's...
Who screams when Bach's soul is happy. And is a total poser.
So, what you're saying is...
The screamer is wearing a hat.
Who cannot stand Bach's joy?
Because they are a total Nazi poser!
How would the streamer know if Bach's soul is unhappy?
And what is a soul?
What? Okay. What is happening?
Can you hate Bach and have a soul?
What are we doing? Like, why are we here?
Oh, I guess those are pretty good questions.
Why would someone scream at being a poser?
Why did you record your audio with a laptop microphone under a blanket?
Existential angst.
What are we doing?
No one can claim Bach's throne!
I'm assuming that the numbers are, like, in order, the way they're standing.
It is true. It is pointless to be a poser. This does not make logic. I was hoping you would be a cowboy detective.
I got an achievement for not getting that right.
Oh, yeah. That would be cool.
Not as cool as Bach.
Obviously.
Maybe I better guess again.
Oh my god, please no.
It's a ghost.
It's a ghost who... I think it was this one.
Who
Like,
screams when Bach's soul is happy.
and... Do they scream at the cost of... Like, I don't know what the fuck's happening. I gotta be honest.
And resents Bach.
So,
The
Oh my god.
ghost.
we all know you. How?
And what?
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
This does not make logic.
Oh, yeah.
Obvious.
Maybe I better guess again.
Okay. So it's not a... It's something wearing a hat. Because ghosts aren't real. And it's not a rat. It's something wearing a hat. Who screams at the cost of schnitzel? Who screams at Bach's popular music? Who... I don't remember a single thing they just said. So let's get that down. I don't know a single thing that they just said to me.
Who screams at Bach's popular music.
And hates... Because they hate our freedom? Because they... And resents? Thinks he's a poser? I don't... I've never been so confused in my life.
And is
So,
This
Yes.
why would?
existential.
Good reason.
No
Okay.
one can.
It is true. This
Okay.
does not make logic.
Oh,
Okay.
maybe I better guess again.
Okay, so how would they know he's a
It's
poser,
something
is what
wearing a
they
hat.
said.
Who screams at Bach's popular music.
So,
This.
who?
Oh?
They hate freedom.
Nah,
Then.
this does.
Oh,
Hey
Maybe I
guys,
better guess again.
what is happening?
It's something wearing a hat. Who screams at Bach's popular music. And
So,
this.
who? That sounds most logical.
Get me out.
You must find their Bahasa.
And capture them.
Yeah, like the rat they are.
We already agreed it is not a rat.
hold your horses there. I don't have to do a damn thing. I hope I can help this creature, but not because I should. I just want to.
Hammer.
Empathy. It's so hot.
Yeah, super hot. Like Bach hot.
I ain't ready to go on the hunt just yet. I've got some resting to do. I'm sure this ghost of Leipzig can wait.
He usually disappears when the festival ends. I hope you catch him, cowboy.
Yo, wanna get fucked up and listen to the Goldberg variations?
Oh, fuck yeah!
We hope you find their Balthazar cowboy. Bah on.
You back on too.
I hope I
Tarnation, this city really
never
goes
see
all
them
out for
again.
back. Let's meet someone out there real sore. Well, I can't help anyone without rest. Well, they can wait a little longer. I'll best get home to my coffin. See you next time, Leipzig.
I hated that.
Good evening, Samuel. Have you been enjoying your adventures in Leipzig?
No.
Yeah, I suppose so. Folks seem to be in good spirits. They really like this Bach fella.
You don't like Bach?
Nah, I guess it ain't my style. Kinda showy, ain't it, with all them notes and all?
Perhaps you needed to be a part of the zeitgeist. It is hard to express what Bachmania was like in the 1730s. The screaming of teenage girls was unbearable. They would faint when they even caught a glimpse of the man. I favor his later works, however, even if they were more experimental. Perhaps you just need to hear it live.
Yeah, maybe.
So, you are seeing our revolutionary Frenchman tonight, yes?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him alone. Reza seemed pretty quick to offend. This might be a more peaceful session.
I certainly hope so. From the last session, what
Wow,
cognitive
he called him a
distortion of
fucking
Momo's do you
snowflake.
think gets in the way of his relationship?
He's being always right, ain't he? He seems like a smart fellow who's lived through a lot, but he doesn't know everything.
Excellent, Samuel. I knew you would recognize this pattern. What other distortions would you like to have in mind tonight?
Hi, Momo. Jesus Christ. I don't even know, dude. I met you one time and you talked a lot about how the working class it's like I don't. Do you ever have a dream Nosferatu's always good to have. Unclear called him a baby a lot, and that was pretty rude. Reza was more the mind reader, but I guess I'll just like put that in there because it's good to have that. I don't know.
Well, let's go with these.
Very well, my friend. Let us see what Momo has to reveal tonight.
Bonsoir, mon ami américain.
Hi.
Bonsoir. Good seeing you again,
Sam,
Momo.
I
How
swear
are
to
you
God.
tonight?
What a question. How am I? I am dead. I am much the same as I was last night, and I expect I shall be the same tomorrow.
I was just exchanging pleasantries.
You do not have to do this. Death makes us free men, does it not? Let us not be bound by mortal society's expectations.
Well, I like pleasantries.
Oh, come now. You are simply bound by an outdated social contract that dictates how we must greet each other. It is a form of oppression I know well. It is my field of study, after all.
Compadre, only I get to decide how I feel about pleasantries, and I reckon this idea about oppression is your own. What's wrong with being polite anyway? We're all living on this planet together.
And how does it improve our relationship if we waste several minutes talking about the weather or what sort of television we're watching? We can talk about anything at all, and we choose to say, howdy, nice weather we are having.
Okay, fine. Howdy. What kind of yaoi are you into?
We are intelligent, introspective beings. Let us not talk of things. Let us talk of ideas. Let us speak with purpose.
If that's what'll work best for you, amigo, sure, let's talk plain. What's going on with you and Reza, really? It seems his feelings are pretty hurt.
Yes, well, it is a relief to meet alone. You're so emotional. It's charming in its own way, but it is also exhausting. I remember what it was like to be him, to believe that I could construct a new world order. He is a sweet-hearted fool, much as I was. One cannot make others listen to reason. They must find it on their own.
Hombre, I think you're right on the money. Folks do have to find their way, but it ain't foolish to have hope. Part of the reason Reza gets so upset is because you're labeling him. Maybe you're comfortable with labeling yourself, but you don't get to decide how he feels about it.
I am trying to teach him what we already know as older men. There is no reason for him to throw himself at his enemies over and over again.
I get that, but didn't you just say that folks have to find their own way? Is calling them fools the right way to do that?
I hope he develops some thicker skin. But I suppose I can lighten my words a little. I like that he is a freedom fighter, you know. In France, we value freedom more highly than anything else.
Oh, I didn't know that. Maybe we should have called French fries freedom fries, huh?
Sam.
Mon ami, your politicians did exactly this thing. I found it quite a compliment. Of course, I cannot eat a potato, but I appreciated the sentiment.
Oh my god, I just realized in real time the horrors of being a vampire. To not be able to eat a potato? I'd rather just be like dead in the ground.
I love that Reza wants freedom, but he does not understand yet that his war is unwinnable. I'm simply trying to help him avoid frustration.
Why are you saying his war is unwinnable?
Because he is naive. He is a communist, you know, the sweet boy. He truly believes in the collective because he does not understand that there will never be a collective. I made the same mistake in life myself. Liberté, égalité, fraternité. But fraternité, c'est impossible. The privileged first and second estates shall never have common cause with the lower classes, and they can never be eliminated either.
Compadre, I ain't sure I understand all this estate stuff you're talking about.
You're on a communist
But what
hairy
I
man
do
with a
understand
disco
is a
style.
lot of extremes.
Interesting.
Impossible and never are pretty extreme descriptions. I've seen a hell of a lot of shit while walking in nature I used to think could never happen.
You believe I am using the polar thinking cognitive distortion, yes?
Oh, well, I like to call it Nosferatu thinking.
Cute. Very well, Nosferatu thinking. We know that Nosferatu thinking does not apply when there is a true binary, though, yes? I will amend my statement. In our current form, humanity cannot merge its clergy, landowners, and commoners. Brotherhood, fraternité, it is pure comedy. The comedy, of course, is that Louis says, Reza, and even I all believe the same fiction right to the grave. We cannot eliminate the classes. No one created the ancien regime that separated lords and peasants. It was inevitable.
Maybe you'd better explain this funny French stuff to me. Let me ask you some questions. Hold on. You keep mentioning these estates like I have any earthly clue what they are. You gotta slow down there, hombre.
Fair. I mean, I usually just like. Do you mean like like the preparation type of a potato, but or like the type of potato? I think that French fries are legitimately like my favorite food, if we're being like completely honest. French fries really do it for me. There's just something about them that I really enjoy. And second, probably mashed potatoes with some gravy. That really does it for me. I'm a simple person, you know? Oh my god, the hash browns? Oh, for fuck's sake. To me, I don't know what any of those words mean, but I really respect you.
It's simple. The estate was the official hierarchy of French society before the Revolution, the time of peasants and kings. The first estate was the clergy. The second estate, the aristocracy. The church and the king and lords. Both of these estates paid no taxes and owned much of the country. They were both rulers and owners. The third estate was literally everyone else. The ruled class, the tax-paying class. When the king called the estates together, the third estate had but a single vote to represent the people.
I mean, I know of a sweet potato. That's the one with you put marshmallows, right? But no, we don't have that here. Or at least, we don't make those. And it baffles me on so many levels. Like, on so many levels. Like, seeing that from the outside. But I'm curious.
Well, wait a minute. That's bullpucky. That's 2 against 1 by default.
Ah, bravo! The cowboy understands the brutal, inevitable reality of class systems.
Then what is it without the like, it's sweet potatoes and what?
Hey, come on. I come from a society where we don't have these estate things.
Oh, mon cher enfant de ténèbres, you have so much to learn still.
There's a lot I don't know. I ain't ashamed of that. In fact, I think I got some more questions for you. You mentioned this ancien regime thing. What's that mean in English?
It means the old regime, the old order, feudalism essentially. Society was run by the king in the capital, the church in Rome, and the local lord. We lived in small communities, blissfully ignorant of the concept of liberty. Our lords provided stability, and the church provided comfort. It worked pretty well for 600 years, until the church and the lords decided we peasants were too smelly to be around.
We peasants? Do you consider yourself a peasant?
Clever boy. No. I am clearly bourgeois. But we must have common cause, cowboy. We, the peasants, and the bourgeoisie are, as they say in your country, the 99%, oui?
I ain't so sure vampires fit into the 99% or the 1% as dead men, but let's not spend too much time on definitions.
Uh-huh.
What's your beef with King Louis?
Ah, our last king, sweet Louis XVI. When I was alive, I believed him to be the symbol of everything I hated as part of the tax-paying class. In retrospect, he had too tender an heart to be king. I believe he actually wanted his subjects to be happy. But we would never be happy again, not without his head. That at least he gave us.
What's with you people and chopping off heads?
You people? Not very politically correct of you, mon ami.
I didn't mean anything by it. Just seems funny to me.
It's symbolism. You have symbolism in your country, yes? We had 3 estates, and much like the Hydra, it had too many heads. If we did not cut them off, tyranny would never die.
Well, you could have written some poetry instead, maybe. But anyway.
Okay.
I think I can follow what you're saying now. So you're saying that Rez is naive because he thinks the classes can see each other as equals.
Exactement. This is what he is too young to understand. He believes his revolution can succeed, and he hates when I try to explain to him that it never will. In 1792, we founded the first French Republic, created in liberty for the good of all our people for all time. It lasted 7 years before we had an emperor. France is in its 5th republic now. How long will this one last? Not forever. It is, of course, doomed.
Uh-huh.
I gotta cut in there, Bronco. You're speaking with a heck of a lot of certainty here that the Republic is doomed.
You can't be serious. Are you suggesting that 3,000 years from now, France will still be in its glorious 5th Republic? Perhaps we will start a Martian colony that will be the center of trade in the solar system. And of course, we will speak space French.
Of course.
You're putting words in my mouth. I'm just pointing out that you can't tell the future. And doom ain't necessarily the end of every republic. Couldn't the Republic change to adjust to a new reality, maybe? Or heck, maybe there is an itty-bitty chance the Republic actually will be kicking around on Mars.
I have corn for potatoes. I want to eat potatoes with friends. Berry wedding where it's just potatoes.
Very well, it is a wager. If the 5th French Republic is still here in the year 5024, I will give you my finest bottle of blood. Ah, but poor Reza, he still believes, in spite of thousands of years of history screaming the truth at him. He is angry at me for pointing out the truth to him. But why should he be angry with me? I did nothing but show him reality.
Oh my god. Is that, are you mind reading?
Yes. Hombre, I think you're doing a little mind reading there. How do you know it's the truth Reza's mad about?
Because when I tell him the truth about his pointless revolution, he becomes upset.
Well, maybe he's upset because of the way you're telling him the truth. Maybe he doesn't think the truth is helpful.
Am I supposed to let him deny reality? No. This is intellectually dishonest. How can he learn from me if I lie?
Momo, you ain't Reza's daddy.
I think the other guy's from Iran. Let me see. Please. Yeah, Iran.
Oh, now you are doing the mind reading, mon ami. But Reza is most irritating. He is angry that I do not share his passion. He seems to believe that I should still be chanting on the streets, bayonet in hand. What are you doing for the cause? You just sit there doing nothing.
Momo!
Of course, I had to banish him to the other side of the castle, just for a little peace.
Momo!
Any good dear Reza can achieve is trifling at best. Let him have his silly, pointless little revolution. I already had mine. It is a shame, really. You know, when we first met, he idolized me.
How so?
The revolutionaries of his time looked up to the French. The bourgeoisie of Iran studied Rousseau, Montesquieu, and Voltaire, and were awakened. And dear Reza, he studied me. I was something of an intellectual celebrity to him. You see, I am no Rousseau. Through the simplification of language and the power of the printed word, I united the bourgeoisie and the peasantry. There could be no revolution without both.
He wants a simp.
So, like, catchphrases? Tip a canoe and Tyler too? Or what was Andrew Jackson's catchphrase? Oh yeah, engines go home.
That is the stupidest thing I've heard in at least 80 years. Did Andrew Jackson actually say that?
I think it was more something his supporters said. Caught on though.
Just because I wrote to the common people doesn't mean I wrote trash. I wrote truth, and I wrote it well. Everyone was waiting to see what I wrote next in the revolutionary newspaper, Le Père Duchesne. In many ways, I was the people's voice.
Oh my god, are you always right or mind reading? You're mind reading.
I think
Every
we're
day.
Amigo, I ain't never seen a big group of folk ever totally agree on anything. You can't really think folks were waiting on your every word.
Mon ami, we sold more than 10,000 copies per newspaper. There was no other publication with such a wide circulation at the time.
I reckon there were more than 10,000 folks in France at the time though, right? And I reckon you had a few enemies.
Aren't you doing the little trick of disqualifying the positive, though? I have heard you speak of such a distortion.
I think you know I ain't doing that. But I ain't gonna mind read. Do you think I was disqualifying your positive by saying not everyone was waiting to hear from you?
Very well. No. Not everyone was waiting to hear from me. I had a particular target. I cater to the intellectual, but I do not mean it in an exclusive sense. You see, when I called for égalité, equality, I meant it. There are men and women of every class whose minds are ready to be opened. It was to them that I wrote.
What about the non-binaries?
It was the sleeping intellectual who needed to hear from me. The commoner had been lulled into a centuries-long slumber by the church, but my reason, presented plainly, would be their awakening.
What the fuck is this?
Now, hold on there, fella. I think you're overgeneralizing about commoners like me. It ain't fair to suggest we're all sleeping. We don't choose to be poor and exploited. That's just the luck of the draw. Pardon me for saying so, but you're making it sound like you've got all the answers, and we're simpletons just waiting to hear them.
Fine, I admit it. I am bourgeois. I do not see things as the commoner sees them, much as I would like to believe I am empathetic enough to do so. But it does not matter. At least I recognize that commoners and the bourgeoisie needed common cause. You are truly a most vexatious vampire.
You ain't the first vampire to call me that.
Yes, I know. My friend Edmund Keane was the one who told me about you.
Of
I'm not
course.
sure what you did to that man, but you certainly had an effect.
Of course.
We just showed him a little reality, that's all. Sounds like we're both in the same business, huh?
We're in the same business. I recognize the futility, relative futility of that work now. Still, I came to you because I also value reality. That was one of the other things about me that used to earn Reza's affection.
How do you mean?
I am a man of reason. I believe in no gods. There is only one God, and that is the God that resides within us, the capacity to reason. God is the little gray cells within our skulls, and I revere the human mind. In my time, I was part of a cult. The cult of reason, we called it.
Momo, Jesus Christ.
Alas, reason seems to be dead these days. The only place where I can find like-minded people is on Reddit.
No, God, Momo! Momo!
Said it?
It's a forum website. There is one in particular dedicated to atheism that has similarly enlightened people.
Momo!
They remind me so much of my compatriots in our great revolution. We knew the value of the first estate, the clergy. No value at all. Why worship God? We should worship ourselves.
Okay.
Hold on a sec there. Maybe reason was a fine enough God for you, but some of us are looking for something greater than ourselves. That ain't a bad thing. Having a faith doesn't mean we're radicals. Sometimes it just means we're looking for some order and purpose in a crazy world.
Don't tell me you're an Abrahamist.
I ain't never said I was. My faith is my business, personal to me alone. But we ain't ever gonna find common cause if you're judging me.
I will not deny that you seem somewhat rational. Perhaps not in your dress, but your thought. But still, why should it be dangerous to find faith in myself? It was for this truth that I had my head cut off by my own compatriots. They thought this faith too radical. Reza watched radical Islamists take over his revolutionary movement. They killed him for being a homosexual or for being a communist. It does not matter which.
I feel like it matters, actually.
I think it matters some.
I think it kind of matters.
Not really. They feared Reza simply for being himself.
Okay.
It is no surprise that he was fascinated by the cult of reason and the church of the self. He believes, as I did, that religion must be crushed in order for the people to gain their liberty.
But you've softened your opinion a little, it sounds like.
No, not at all. But religion, much like class, is resistant to extermination. All religion is extremism. That is what gives it its resiliency. There is nothing we can do about that.
That's giving up, partner. Power corrupts, ain't no secret about that. But whether it's the feds or the church or a company, there's always going to be corrupt elements. But if we sit back and say, that's the way things are going to be, well, we're surely going to be proven right.
That's the problem, is that I'm just like, this is actually like genuinely a fascinating conversation. Like,
That kind of Nosferatu thinking is a good way of giving up control.
they're kind of locked in.
That's a way to make sure the bad guys are the ones running the show.
Yes, of course. I do not disqualify the positive of what I did. We did temper extreme elements in both the first and second estates. Religion, like the state, simply needed a correction. The French Revolution was a correction. But power will always need correction. And it is the oppressed who must do the correcting. There is no equality in that. I admit it. There is an element to what Reza says about me that is true. I am a sellout in a way. But the truth is that I am exhausted. When I was alive, oh, how I burned for liberty, just as Reza burns. And he is so fucking hot when he burns. He really does remind me of myself.
Okay.
But reason must come before passion, lest we become the monsters we seek to depose. And my reason says to me, Momo, let your exhaustion be a lesson. Power will also burn itself. There is no need to fight.
What is that?
Perhaps I have been forcing my personal truth upon Reza, but I only aim to protect him. The poor boy burns himself in the flames of his passion. I did the same. I know what is best for him because I did the same thing myself.
Oh, my
If
boy.
only he would understand this.
My boy!
Padre, I got no doubt that you've had your own hard realizations about what you need to find peace. And I got no doubt them realizations are right for you. But you're a man of reason, so I'll lay it to you straight. Maybe what's right for you ain't right for Reza. Maybe it ain't right for him now. Maybe it won't ever be right for him. He's a lot younger than you and me. He ain't found his peace yet. It took me 90 years of walking in the woods to find mine. Maybe he won't need to do that, but he's gonna find his peace in his own way, in his own time.
Damn it. Yes, well reasoned, and again, most vexatious.
I've got that tendency.
It's just so damned odd. Ironic, isn't it? The thing that I find most frustrating about him is what makes me want to ravish him. Well, what do you think we should do then? My wisdom was what brought him to my castle doors. If my wisdom is pointless,
I ain't here to tell you what to do. If I've helped you reflect on some stuff, that's my job done, and I can't do more than that.
cleverly played again, cowboy. Very well. I suppose all I can do for now is wait and see if his blood cools a little after you talk to him. But don't calm him too much. I like them spicy.
I'll talk to him the same way I've been talking to you, friend. I think that's our time. Next time I'll see you two together, all right?
Momo has just been like, I like him because he idolized me, and then I want to fuck him. That's it.
Of course, I shall be patient. We have all the time in the world, after all. Well,
That's
I thank
it.
you for the frank and well-reasoned discussion. A bientôt. Or since we are dead men in Germany, a bientôt? Huh? Oh, merde. Tot means dead in German. Please try to learn a language. Au revoir, cowboy.
And he slides away.
I do so enjoy watching you work, my friend. Even the most intellectual sorts are no match for your honesty.
Well, I ain't gonna play them at their own game, that's for sure. Maybe I'll go back to school and pick up a few PhDs eventually, but I ain't in no rush.
The fact that this guy is on Set It, just having his own thoughts cycled back into him.
If you need a recommendation for any school, simply ask. I have connections at many of them. I assume I can trust you to not try dating the college mortals. They are scarcely out of high school.
Andy!
Ain't my way, Chief. All the young mortals can talk about is their favorite music, and their favorite music sucks more than we do.
You are not wrong about that, my dear. I fear the algorithm has taken to songwriting as well these days. Are you spending a night on the town tonight? The Bach Festival is in full swing.
Please don't let me talk to
Yeah,
these
that's my
people
plan.
again.
I'm still looking for whoever's got this beef with Bach. Seems like they're in a pretty bad way.
They aren't your responsibility, Samuel, you know.
I use Reddit for help with things and for like when I'm stuck in a video game, and that's pretty much like my only experience. If I have a problem, I look up the problem and then I put Reddit after, and then I find the solution. And that's it.
Yeah, I know, but you know me, I love me some complicated folk.
That you do. Very well, Samuel. I wish you happy hunting. Rest in peace.
Can I
Rest
see
in
the
peace,
Hat Man
Andy.
that screams, but not the triplets? I don't want to see the triplets. I want to see the Hat Man that screams. In the sewers.
Not sure Momo needs a therapist if he already knows everything. At least I can listen to some nice music. That Bach Festival's probably rollicking like a Saturday night saloon. Hey there, Johan. Doesn't look like you're in a good mood tonight. Mad about that Bach Hasser, huh? You must have pissed them off something fierce to keep them mad for 400 years.
Are you talking to yourself?
Hey, girl.
Old habit. Spent a lot of time alone.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Was just having a chat with the big man here.
I do not think he would understand English. Would you like me to translate for you?
Oh, that's all right. Just idle musings. It's right friendly of you, though.
If an American in a cowboy hat is taking an interest in Bach, I must encourage him. I'm Sebastiana.
Well, howdy, Sebastiana. I'm Sam. You a big Bach fan?
You could say that. I'm a musicology student at the University of Leipzig. I'm writing my thesis on how Johann Sebastian Bach was the original punk rock musician. Punk is all about being a rebel, defying authority and kicking ass. That was certainly Bach.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't he do a bunch of organ music? You know,
Yeah.
The Sex Pistols just played guitar music. Joan Jett just rocked the house every night.
I don't know who them folks are, and I reckon I don't want to know what kind of bullets a Sex Pistol shoots.
Have you been sleeping for 50 years or something?
Something like that.
Bach said fuck you to contemporary church music. There's nothing more punk rock than that.
How's a guy who did a bunch of church music a rebel?
I'm so happy you asked. I love talking about this stuff. In 1717, at age of 22, Bach was already the Concertmeister of Duke Johann Ernst III of Weimar. He should have been Kapellmeister, but the Duke gave the position to his friend Johann Drese's son. Bach was furious that he, as a superior composer, had been overlooked, and accepted a job from the Duke's rival, Prince Leopold. When Duke Ernst found out, he threatened to throw Bach in jail, and Bach said, "Fuck you, motherfucker, do it!" Bach stayed in prison for a month before he was released. Now we all know about him. But what do we know about Duke Johann Ernst?
You messed with the wrong guy.
That's right, he messed with the wrong guy.
Hell yeah, brother.
Bach kicked ass? How's that?
Bach wrote virtuoso music, music that is meant to be performed by the best of the best musicians. And he demanded perfect performances.
Too bad there ain't no kind of way to tune recordings, huh?
There is, Alter. It is called autotune.
Oh,
Well,
God.
that sounds mighty fine. Maybe that auto-tune might make me a better singer.
Oh, Sam.
You should not say these things in his presence.
Sounds like Bach was a pretty tough customer.
He just took no bullshit. That's what punk rock is all about. His children were very lucky to have him as a teacher. But I have been talking so much about Meister Bach. I get excited if anyone will listen.
Well, listening's kind of my job.
I'm just happy to talk about my thesis. Not everyone loves Bach somehow.
Actually, that's why I'm here. I'm looking for this Bachhasser person.
The Bach hater? Ugh, I know about them. Look at the posters behind you. They struck again last night.
Johann Sebastian bitch. That's pretty funny.
No, it is not funny at all.
Very powerful.
Well, I hear Germans have a different sense of humor.
It's not funny. It's stupid.
All right, well, what's the other stuff say?
Bach is saying I have a shit son. And the big words say, bad father.
You said his kids were lucky to have him as a teacher, though, didn't you?
Of course they were. He wrote the well-tempered clavier not only as brilliant music, but to teach his children. See, I have this piece of sheet music I've been studying with me. It is Johann Sebastian Bach having a musical competition with his son, Wilhelm.
Oh, yeah? Who won?
Are you serious? Johann destroyed his son.
Dang, he was a tough fella. Maybe he did some damage to his kids.
That's ridiculous. He was a wonderful father.
Oh, girl.
He got Wilhelm a highly competitive job at Sophienkirche in Dresden, when he did not even apply for it. I would not call that ein schlechter Vater.
Well, he sounds kind of overbearing. Maybe one of his kids could be this Bachhasser.
Even if that were the case, they would all be dead now.
Well, that doesn't stop some folk.
What do you mean?
Oh, nothing. I'm just making a joke.
And you say Germans have a bad sense of humor.
I didn't mean to cause offense,
Girl!
man. I'm just trying to track down this Bachhasser person.
I'm sorry. I live for Bach. I get a little defensive of a dead man.
Well, sometimes dead men deserve a little compassion, too.
Well, I apologize. It was not very punk rock of me. I must go listen to a performance, but I hope you have an excellent Bachfest.
Thanks, Sebastiana. Fine meeting you. I bet my last dollar that this Bachhasser is one of them Bach kids. Now I just gotta find him. But some other night, maybe. I think my coffin's calling me. Been a long night already. Well, Bach, sir, I hope you're feeling a little less grumpy next time. Adios, muchacho.
One of his kids wearing a hat. He screams.
Good evening, Samuel. It is a beautiful night, is it not? What need have we for the sun when the moon is so lovely?
You're
Yeah.
in good spirits tonight, Chief. What's got you in a good mood?
Oh no.
Truthfully, it is you, dear Samuel. I have enjoyed our chats immensely, even when they have been difficult.
Guys,
You put me very much at ease. I can see why your clients bond with you so quickly.
guys. Like,
Oh, shucks, I'm just folks. Ain't nothing special about it.
Just, folks. Don't disqualify the good of your radiant humanity, my friend. You are meeting with Reza tonight, yes? He will be delighted to commune with just folks.
I'm gonna lose it, dude.
I sure hope so. Last time I saw him, he was bluer in a winter sky.
He feels alone. I am certain you will show him his common nocturnality with other vampires. What distortion do you think plagues him most?
Oh God. Is it fairness fallacy? What is a fairness fallacy again? I work hard so I deserve what I get. That is kind of his vibe.
It's fairness fallacies, ain't it? He's mad as heck that the world ain't kind to so many folk.
Exactly, Samuel. He is still young at 71, and the unfairness inherent in society affects him more keenly. What other distortions would you like to have in mind tonight?
Hi, bud. He's just a little guy, and he's very mad. Is he like an emotional reasoning? What is it? What kind of guy is this? No, I didn't mean to click that. Should. He's very angry. And he was doing a lot of mind reading.
Seems like these are a good fit, right?
I am sure all of these distortions will be present in one form or another. Trust your instincts, my friend. I will leave you to it.
All right, I'm ready for some therapy. Here he comes.
I'm sitting up.
Salam there, Reza.
Samuel.
Salam.
Hi, Reza.
Can I get you anything to drink? We got blood from all sorts here.
I'm not thirsty.
Are you okay?
You want to jump right in then? I'm sure we got lots to talk about.
Is there? Momo told me how your session with him went. We all know I'm just a foolish baby.
Honey.
Now don't go reading my mind, amigo. Whatever I'm thinking, I guarantee you it ain't that you're a foolish baby. Most of the time I'm probably thinking about horses. But right now, I'm focused on how I can be helpful to you and Momo.
Dude, hell yeah.
Well, most vampires dismiss me because I am only 71.
I ain't gonna do that. Foolishness ain't got nothing to do with age. I've known some pretty damned ignorant 600-year-old vampires.
I know. These old ones think they know everything. All I ever wanted was freedom for my people, and because of that, I got treated like a child.
That's a noble goal, Reza. I think every human being on this earth wants freedom.
But I already hear it in your voice. You think it's cute that I want something impossible to get.
Hell, thank you not to try to read my mind, amigo. I meant it. It's a noble goal. I spoke my mind so you wouldn't have to read it.
But because you are old, you give up on the idea of freedom, just like all elderly vampires.
Oh my god.
Reza, buddy, you ain't met half the old vampires out there. If you had, you'd know I'm a young buck myself in vampire terms. You're doing a little overgeneralizing there. You wouldn't like it if vampires younger than you thought of you as a boomer, right?
Dr. Sarat, I'm not a boomer.
Well, when were you born?
In 1953. Oh, but that doesn't make me a boomer. I'm a vampire.
So you can see where that overgeneralizing might not be accurate, right? You're gonna see enemies everywhere if you're assuming what others are thinking.
I just feel as though I'm the only one who wants to keep fighting. Maybe I really should sell out the way Momo did.
Oh, let's cut to the chase then. If you really think Momo's a sellout, what are you doing with him?
I just keep hoping that the man I fell in love with is still there. He made the French Revolution happen. He got people, regular, common people, to stand up for themselves. He gave me hope that I could do the same thing. I just thought that Momo would understand. He's a legend. He's so smart.
Well, how did you two meet?
I met him on Sedit's atheism forum. The way he wrote, it spoke to me in a way no one else could.
No, God. No, God.
He gave me perspective on what happened in my country. We didn't have an Sky Daddy to fight against, just our leader, the Shah.
Reza.
Momo explained to me why the revolution in my country failed where his didn't. The French understood the church was their enemy, but we let them be our comrades. The Ayatollah Khomeini told us the religious leadership would let the people govern Iran after the revolution, and we followed them like sheeple. Of course, the religious lied.
Reza, I'm understanding so much about you all at once, and I need you to slow the fuck down. I need you to slow the fuck down.
Well, slow down there, cowpoke.
Thank
I
you.
gotta ask you about some of this
Thank
stuff.
you. Jesus Christ.
So, I ain't too familiar with your country's history. Why were you fighting the Shah?
He was an insecure Koschesh. He and his oligarch friends just wanted to get richer and richer and richer. He would have sold us and our oil to anyone, and did. To you and to so many other countries.
Hombre, I was wandering in the woods in the 1970s. Ain't got nothing to do with me, and I got no use for bubbling crude myself.
Well, your government did, and the Shah was happy to give it to them, while throwing students like me in jail for criticizing him.
You spent some time in the pokey too, huh? Spent a good chunk of time there myself.
An Iranian jail in the 1970s was a place where you were tortured if you were a dissident. They did a lot more than poking. They didn't even let me keep my sideburns. Animals.
No!
Momo said your revolution failed? How's that? Isn't the Shah gone now?
Yes, Momo explained it all to me. I studied the French Revolution in school, of course. We all did. But Momo showed me our mistake. The French Revolution was the third estate against the first and second estates. But in Iran, we let the first estate into our movement.
The first estate's the church folk, right? And y'all made common cause with them?
Mosque people, but yes. We couldn't make the people revolt without them. But Momo says if that's true, we weren't ready for a revolution yet. Momo is so smart. I wish I could have met him in the 1970s, but he says we would have just done a lot of cocaine together.
Oh, shucks, I remember when they sold that stuff in soda bottles. Why do you think they call them soda junkies? What are sheeple?
Oh,
They are
God.
people who act like sheep. following whoever tells them what to do. Khomeini only gained power because we gave it to him. God worshippers are very good at being sheeple. Momo and I bonded over talking about how silly they all are.
You and Momo use a lot of these funny terms. Sky Daddy and sheeple and whatnot.
Everyone in the atheism said it does, because we aren't sheeple.
Ritza, I'm gonna push you out the window.
Yep, wouldn't want to go against the green there.
I'm gonna push you out the window. With, like...
I think I get it. So, you two hit it off because you ain't fans of religion?
It was that at first, and then I found out who he actually was, and I was starstruck. He's Antoine Francois Montmoreau. He published the revolutionary newspaper, and he was a vampire, killed by his fellow revolutionaries like me.
You too, huh? How did that happen?
It wasn't as poetic as cutting my head off. I was dancing in the disco with my comrades when they showed up.
No!
They shot me. The fools. The bullet hole on top is the one that killed me. I showed it to Momo during one of our video chats, and he started flirting with me.
Well, can't deny that you're in pretty good shape for a 71-year-old.
Sometimes being a vampire is pretty good. I was saved by one of my two-day brothers who turned out to be a vampire.
What happened today?
Today, the Communist Party in Iran. They're gone now. We either left Iran or Khomeini had us killed. At least the ones who could die.
Huh, I ain't never met a communist vampire before.
Why should we not be communist? If we live forever, we should commit ourselves to achieving equality for all.
But hombre, it ain't up to you or anyone to determine how folks should live their lives or unlives. Beyond that, you've given yourself a mighty heavy should. If you ain't gonna rest until you've achieved equality for all, you ain't gonna find peace for a long time.
I am not a fool. I'm 71 years old. I know that a dictatorship is a dictatorship. It doesn't matter who runs it, communist or capitalist. They must both be overthrown. I will never stop fighting for equality.
You're drawing a hard line in the sand, Reza. What about you? What about what Reza needs and wants?
It isn't right for me to get what I need and want while the people of my country suffer.
Oh, bud. Is that...
But Reza, if you're looking for fairness in whatever direction, you're fighting an impossible war of expectations. I mean, heck, look at us. We're vampires. We gotta drink blood to survive. There's nothing fair about that, but it is what it is. We gotta manage these expectations if we're ever gonna find peace. Maybe you don't need to live in luxury, but you can give yourself a few comforts. You got endless time, amigo.
You don't understand. I can't wait that long. Do you know that being what I am is criminal in Iran?
They got a law against being vampires?
Sam...
They have laws against ungodly things like being gay. They even have a law against disco.
Oh!
They come in and say, you can choose God or choose disco. You know what then? I choose disco.
Fair.
They try to stop me from being what I am. You Americans don't know what it's like. You're free to be whatever you want to be.
No?
Compadre, I'll remind you that I'm over 200 years old, and I haven't considered myself straight for 100 years. Butt stuff was illegal even in California until the 1970s.
Samuel!
Now, I ain't denying that what your government's doing is awful, but you gotta remember your common humanity. You're not the only one suffering, and it ain't up to you to save everyone who is suffering.
You sound just like Momo. Did you know that when he was alive, he was straight?
Nope, didn't come up. Most of our kind are pretty flexible on this stuff after 100 years, though.
Well, he didn't have to suffer. He had a wife. He was allowed to publicly make her into a goddess at the Festival of Reason. Unlike me, no one judged him. It is unjust.
You're saying you wish Momo had suffered for being straight? Reza, you gotta see that ain't healthy. Maybe you can see how if you're not careful, this striving for fairness can turn into striving for revenge. And let me tell you, revenge ain't got no ending.
I know. Momo told me about the Reign of Terror, how they were cutting off everyone's heads until eventually they came for his. They killed him for being an atheist. It turned out the revolutionaries still wanted a sky daddy after all.
Please stop saying that.
But don't you see, he was so close. If Momo had kicked the god lovers out completely, the revolution would have succeeded forever. I know it.
Uh-huh. Okay, you know it?
Reza, buddy, we gotta talk about some kind of middle path here. You're talking about kicking out all the aristocrats and all the religious folk. Not only does that sound impossible, but even if you succeeded, you'd find the definition of aristocrat and religious would change faster than a jackrabbit running from a pack of coyotes. The world you're wishing for probably couldn't have a human soul on it, vampire or mortal.
You and Momo sound exactly alike. Reza, you're being a child. Reza, you need to be more moderate. If people like me weren't fighting, the aristocrats and the clergy would begin a new dark age. Meanwhile, Momo cares about the stupidest things. So what if I leave a little blood in the wine glass? It's just blood. Who cares if I don't wash the sheets? We don't sweat anyway. I didn't deserve to be banished to the other side of the castle for a few bloody goblets. Momo is the one who turns it into an argument. I didn't do anything wrong.
Maybe it wasn't too fair for Momo to banish you, and there are plenty of boyfriends out there who get rewarded for being layabouts. The good, the bad, and the ugly of it all is that the universe doesn't give a damn about who's good, bad, or ugly.
I'm discovering that. I know Momo is rewarded more for his investments than he ever was for sparking his revolution. Nobody's going to give me a castle for fighting the good fight, but for Momo, it's easy to be rich. You know, he doesn't even like the Bee Gees. Just don't understand how he can care about things like stuff and property. He was supposed to be egalitarian. Maybe I am no better. Look at me, I live in a castle now. Some revolutionary I am. Maybe my people are suffering because of me.
Oh, God.
All people like me. People who value comfort instead of justice.
Reza.
Why should I have comfort? What have I done for my people other than die?
Oh, my God.
Hot dang, Reza, are you hearing yourself? What have you done for your people other than die? Compadre, you gave your life for a movement. That ain't nothing. Shoot, that's the biggest sacrifice you can give.
But it achieved nothing.
How do you know that? You've only got your perspective. Maybe it seems like nothing to you, but when people die for a cause, it doesn't go unnoticed. Maybe it ain't the thing that overthrows the dictatorship, but it won't ever be just one thing.
Please, my getting shot changed nothing. But Momo is a legend. He defined the language of the 99%. What did I do? I died. Big deal.
Reza.
Why are you comparing yourself to Momo? Momo's Momo and Reza's Reza.
And a horse is a horse. Of course,
You ain't
of course.
never gonna be the man Momo was. Only Momo could do that. And nobody's ever gonna be the man you are, Reza.
I feel disrespected, which confirms for me that Momo doesn't respect me. And why doesn't he? Because I accomplished so much less than he did.
Amigo, you're thinking with your heart there, not your head. You're feeling disrespected, but that feeling doesn't make reality. Why did Momo start dating you in the first place?
He said it was because he admired my fire. That I made him feel alive again.
Well, that doesn't sound like disrespect to me. So why are you reading his mind?
Okay, fine. Maybe you're right. Maybe he does respect me a little bit. I think I just feel so small compared to Momo. Momo got to do so much in his life. I didn't have the chance to do much of anything. I was only 25 years old when I died. It's not right.
Reza, buddy, you're comparing a lot of things. You're comparing yourself to Momo. You're comparing your short life to the long lives of others. What's it doing for you, friend? I know it doesn't feel fair, believe me. I spent most of my youth being angry at my country for taking my daddy away. It wasn't fair, but then what the hell is? We only got the power to do what we can today. Ain't no universe bending to our will, no matter how passionate we are.
But if we could only do away with religion, things would be so much better. On the atheism said it, we know that there could be a new enlightenment.
Reza, I'm like so on board with the things you say, and then you double back around, you loop back around to this.
Oh boy, Reza, do you know who Raziel is?
You have to stop.
No.
Oh, never mind. Oh, let me tell you straight up, this internet thing might be influencing your opinions a little too much.
Yeti! Happy Wednesday! Hello and goodbye, I'll miss you.
You want my advice? Go on a date with Momo. Don't talk about no revolution or religion, just enjoy each other's company.
I guess so.
I didn't mean to skip that, I clicked, I'm sorry.
So go appreciate each other. You're in a long-term relationship, amigo. And now that you're dead, long-term can mean a real long time. Appreciating each other is crucial when a long-term relationship could mean hundreds of years.
Okay, you're right. A date sounds nice. Maybe we can go out for Persian. There is a club in Paris where they sometimes play Persian disco, and everyone puts very nice cologne on their necks.
Oh.
Well, that don't sound too tasty to me, but then to each their own. I'll see you and Momo next month then, okay?
Okay. Well, thank you. You're a very nice man.
I'm just folks, as I like to say. You take care of yourself, Reza. Give yourself a break.
Thank you, Mr. Waltz. Khodafez.
Oh, yeah, good office to you too.
Good office, my friend.
Well done, my friend. The fire of youth burns brightly, does it not?
No kidding. I still remember what it was like being all piss and vinegar.
I have not heard this phrase, but the combination does sound unpalatable. Still, I am grateful for young vampires like yourself. We old ones can easily become complacent without a little nudge.
Yana, you're so right. You're so right.
You hear that, Chief?
The creature!
It has been most persistent these nights. The musical mystery deepens. Are you going to play detective tonight?
I was thinking about it. Might need to moonlight as a detective if being a therapist doesn't pay the bills.
Oh, Samuel, you live forever. You should put your money in CDs and wait.
CDs? I've already got wax cylinders back home. They're probably worth something.
We must have a talk about financial literacy sometime soon.
All right, all right. Well, I'm gonna get to my walk then.
You done yet, Sugar Blood?
Why are we all here?
I'm eager for our evening to begin.
Yes, dear ones. Samuel and I were just wrapping up.
Oh no.
Andy, are you hooking up with both these fine ladies?
Excuse me, cowboy. These two are my dinner tonight.
Gosh, I see you're living like a true vampire already.
Are you seeing anyone, vampire?
Well, no,
Now, do not pressure our beloved cowboy. When he is ready for love again, he will know.
I'm ready.
Samuel, I wish you a fine evening. I trust you will know how to make the most of your opportunities.
I probably don't need to tell you three to have a good night, but I will anyway. Good night, y'all.
See ya, cowboy.
Come on, man. Just one kiss? Just one. What's gonna happen?
All right, I'm feeling good tonight. Think I can find one of them bot kids. I'll head down to the square. Tarnation, folks here can't seem to get enough of back. I don't really get it. Sounds like a bunch of doodly-doodly-doo to me.
Hey, you're talking about Johann Sebastian Bach.
Hey, girl.
Oh, shucks. Seems I can't sneeze in the old man's direction without getting the third degree.
Rightfully so. Technically speaking, he's the greatest composer who ever lived.
Well, what about not technically?
I guess there's subjective taste, but you can't listen to his violin partita number 2 in D minor, BWV 1004 if you like, and think that he's anything less than brilliant.
I'm afraid I ain't never heard it.
Oh, but you must! He was a master of compound melody. Just think of it, perfectly weaving back and forth between different implied melodies. His use of imitation is absolutely astounding. A contrapuntal dialogue that creates a melodic stratification, but with complete control.
No, let her finish.
You must hear the gigue from the 5th cello suite. It actually contains an imitative counterpoint, a theme with an answer. But where was I? Oh yes, BWV 1004.
Okay.
It's a chaconne, or a dance in triple meter, similar to a saraband.
Excuse me, ma'am. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I have no earthly clue what you're talking about.
I'm wondering, and I'd like lore, if all of the little bonus characters outside are like Kickstarter backers or something? Because it does seem kind of out of left field. And I'm wondering if that's, I don't know.
Sorry, I can get a little excited about Bach.
They're also like, just like voiced by like what sounds like normal people?
He's just so cool.
And I thought German was hard to understand. Sorry, I haven't gotten your name. I'm Sam.
How do you do, Sam? I'm Johanna.
How do you do? I ain't heard people say that in scores of years.
Why ever not, I wonder? It's a perfectly decent way to introduce oneself.
Huh. I ain't heard anyone say why ever or oneself in a long time either.
Oh.
Could this be one of my kin? Well, maybe I can suss her out.
Make a joke only vampires would like.
It's real nice that they have the Bachfest run into the night. Some of us are eternally night owls.
Oh, I completely agree. I'm a night person myself. It's much easier to concentrate when the world is quiet, don't you think? Would you like a cough drop, by the way?
Oh, no, thanks. Appreciate the offer, though. Well, dang, that settles it.
Does
And
it?
she's got a smile sweeter than honey fresh from the comb. Reminds me of a lady I had a crush on back when I was alive. Sweet Essie May. I never had the guts to ask her out.
Sam? Are you well?
Huh? Oh, yeah, I'm a fit as a fiddle.
Perhaps a fiddle that needs a tuning?
Don't we all? Dang, witty too. Wonder if she's from my time. Say, I've got a question for you.
Oh, what is it?
Do you drink blood? Oh.
So, I was thinking,
Yes?
Well, dang it, I forgot how to do this. You know a lot about Bach. What do you know about where his kids ended up?
What a bizarre question. I'm afraid I don't know. I suppose I would check the local graveyard.
Oh, right.
Bach.
Yeah, thanks.
You're interested in Bach's children, but not Bach himself?
Well, yeah, I got my reasons.
You're a strange man, Sam. But you must get properly introduced to Johann Sebastian Bach. I'm going to perform his sonata in B minor soon at the Marktplatz. Would you like to join me?
That sounds mighty fine, Joanna. Mighty fine indeed.
The night awaits then. Come on, cowboy friends.
Hell yeah, question mark. Hell yeah, question mark? Oh, and we're home.
And once again, the master therapist enters his domain. How are you this evening, Samuel?
Fit as a fiddle and ready to get back to therapizing. I've got both them boys coming back in.
Both them boys.
Yes, I am curious to see how you handle Momo and Reza. Now that you've gotten to know them, what do you think is their biggest challenge?
Well, let me think.
They don't have enough sex.
They don't respect each other. Momo thinks Reza's wasting his own life, and Reza thinks the same thing about Momo.
Yes, I fear this is the root of their problem as well. A relationship without respect cannot be healthy.
Shoot, I reckon that too. It's hard staying optimistic for them.
Do not abandon hope for them, my friend. Perhaps this respect still exists, but it is buried beneath recent hurts. I trust you will do the best you can. But hark, the time of the appointment nears. Choose your distortions.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Locked and loaded.
Very good, Samuel. With your gun of truth, may you blow cognitive distortions into a fine red mist.
Thank
You're
you.
making fun of me.
You practically begged me to, my friend. I will leave you to your clients.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if I can't help these two boys.
Come on, boys.
Bonsoir, mon ami.
Salam.
Well, bonsoir and salam to you, gents.
Sam.
Let's get some book together again.
Bonsoir and salami to you boys.
I've gotten the chance to talk to you both on your own, and I've got a better sense of where you're coming from. It's clear that you two have a lot in common. That probably helped you bond in the first place. Now, let's see if we can find it again. What do you think?
I find this most agreeable. I am eager to have an happy castle again.
Okay, I will try it.
Good. Let's start with some positives so we can remember why we're here. Momo, why don't you tell Reza something you appreciate about him?
Very well. Reza, I love your eyes and your ass. If anything could convince me of God's existence, it might be that ass.
That ain't exactly the kind of appreciation I was looking for. What about Reza as a person do you appreciate?
Oh no.
Yes, well, Reza, you are such a passionate damn soul. You are all fire inside.
Meaning you think I am all passion and no thought?
Okay.
Oh there, Reza. When did Momo say that, huh?
That's what he meant. He thinks I'm impetuous.
I thought dead people didn't get earwax, but maybe I ought to check, because I didn't hear him say that at all. You want to try responding to what Momo actually said? Because that's all he's giving you to work with right now, hombre. Momo just said he appreciates your fiery spirit. What do you say to that?
Yes, sorry. Momo, thank you. I appreciate your words.
Well, that's much better. Now, why don't you tell Momo something you appreciate about him?
Momo, you are so smart. You have taught me so much about life and death. I don't know why you would be interested in me.
Oh my god.
I don't want to cut in again so quickly, but Reza, Momo here was interested in you for a reason. A lot of reasons, most like. You got something to offer in this relationship. Otherwise, why would he be wasting his time with you? Anyway, I'm pretty sure I asked you to tell Momo something you appreciate about him, not knock yourself down.
Okay. Yes, I am sorry.
No need to apologize. Just tell Momo something you appreciate about him and leave the part where you're tearing yourself down out.
Momo, I appreciate your intelligence very much. You are certainly the smartest man I have ever met. Oh, merci, mon poussin. I am glad you appreciate my intelligence. I hope you understand that when I advise you, it is not to control you. I am simply right through ages of experience.
It's just because I'm right.
Momo, buddy, you said you know about cognitive distortions, right? So you must know you're being always right now. You might have a lot of experience, but even though you're a 200-some-year-old vampire, you're still human. There's a heck of a lot you don't know. And even if you did know everything, not all that advice would be right for Rizza.
Am I being lectured by a cowboy who is younger than I am?
Yep, you sure are. And if you're the man of reason you say you are, you'll hear me out. I ain't all-knowing, but you ain't either.
Oh, very well, of course. I have learned much, but there is much to learn yet.
You see how he tries to act like my Baba? Maybe I don't want to be told what to do all the time.
Do you hear what Rizza's saying there, Momo?
I'm not telling him what to do. It's up to him whether he'd like to listen to me or not. I'm not forcing him to do anything. The only thing I am telling him to do is to clean up after himself a little if we are going to live together. Do you know he leaves blood-soaked clothes on the floor? Blood glasses left in his coffin? It coagulates overnight. Absolutely disgusting. He's leaving bloody messes because he knows it will irritate me.
Stop it.
Ombre, do you really think that Rizza is leaving messes just to irritate you?
Ouais. He is trying to make a statement that I am too fastidious.
Both of you, fucking stop.
So what you're saying is Rizza carefully puts his bloody stuff everywhere so you can find it. It's all a plot just to drive you up the wall. When he leaves a bloody shirt on the floor, he's thinking, gee, I bet if I leave this out long enough, it'll attract flies. That'll really get to Momo.
You are making fun of me.
I'm exaggerating a little so you can question the way you're thinking. Rizza might care less than you do, but that ain't the same as targeting you.
I always clean up eventually. I don't know why a few bloody shirts has to be more important than, I don't know, the ancient war on the lower classes.
Bear, don't worry about it then, I guess. We're insane.
Ugh, there he goes again. Anytime he doesn't want to do anything, it's the Great Class War. The Great Class War cannot end, so what a splendid excuse to never clean up. This is why I told him to move to the opposite end of the castle.
Okay, you two, let's turn down the heat a little. Don't want to start decomposing here. Momo, why don't you try telling Rizza why it bothers you when he leaves his bloody things around?
Very well. Reza, when you leave your bloody messes everywhere, it makes me feel you don't respect me. You know I care for aesthetics.
Rizza, you want to reflect that back to Momo?
You're saying that I don't respect your love for aesthetics by leaving very small messes.
That wasn't exactly what he said, but let's accept that. The reason I asked you to repeat back what he said is so you keep in mind what you know, not what you think you know. Now, hearing what Momo has to say, do you think you could make an adjustment to consider how he feels?
So now I have to be cleaning all the time. What about my needs?
Momo here told you he doesn't feel respected when you don't clean up after yourself. It's up to you to decide how you're going to respond to that.
I understand that it bothers him, but what I don't understand is why he cares.
Mon cœur, you were the one who said our blood bags should not have to clean up anymore. You said we were oppressing them.
We were oppressing them. We were in a position of power over them and used that power to make them do things for us. That is the definition of oppression.
Rizza, you need to breathe.
And now we must clean up after ourselves. I do not see why this is so difficult to understand.
Of course, I never understand anything. I'm just a bache who poops and pees and cries.
Oh no, it's always labeling himself.
Rizza, compadre, nobody is giving you that label but you, over and over again. When did Momo say you were a bache? When did Momo say you don't understand anything?
He didn't. He just treats me like it because I haven't lived for 400,000 years like you old vampires. You know he is so old-fashioned he doesn't even like Gugush?
What's Gugush?
Not Gugush.
She is like the Persian beaches.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
You're such a short fuse, mon sang de feu. Why are you so angry?
You are the reason I am angry. Anger is a reaction to injustice, and my anger tells me that you are looking down on me.
Oh no.
Rizza, buddy, you're letting your emotions create a reality that ain't there. We're here in this room because we want things to get better, ain't that so? If Momo just wanted someone to feel superior to, there's plenty of mortals out there who would love to be taken in by a vampire.
Well, maybe he would be happier with a teenage mortal girl.
Rizza.
Whew, dang, Rizza's pretty steamed. I ain't sure this session is going to a good place. What can I do?
Time to bring out the horse.
Rizza, nobody's here to hurt you. You're a good vampire. Ain't nobody doubting that. And it's okay to be angry.
Of course it is. I'm just trying to do something good in this world.
We know you are. You're all right. You fight hard. That's a good thing. But we're here because we care about you.
I'm so angry all the time.
I've been that way too. but you're among friends. So go ahead, be angry.
I'm just so tired. I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of feeling like a useless piece of shit.
My sweet, you are not a piece of shit. I love you.
Oh no, Reza!
Well, let's just take a minute.
My eyes hurt.
I know, amigo. Crying ain't fun for us vampires, but sometimes we gotta let it out.
You must think I'm not a man at all, Sam Walls.
No.
Reza, don't go reading my mind. I don't think that at all. A real man ain't scared to feel his feelings. That's all you're doing here.
He speaks the truth, mon cœur. I told you so often that I love your passion.
I guess so.
I know so. You are a man, and you are a splendid man.
Do you think we can keep talking, Reza? Would you like to stop for tonight?
No, it's all right. We can talk. I'm such a fuck up. I try to help my people, but I can't do anything. I can't be a good revolutionary, and I can't be a good partner.
Is that not disqualifying the positive?
Compadre, I'm asking you for a little self-compassion. You done a lot for your cause. Hell, you died for it. You gotta realize that you're good enough.
But it's not fair. I gave my life for a cause and I get nothing for it. But these religious zealots give nothing and win the country.
You've been doing your part for your people, Reza. You deserve to care about yourself. And you deserve to care about this relationship.
I guess so.
Oh no.
But it's so hard when everything that's wrong with the relationship is my fault.
I'm losing.
Thing is, relationship problems are almost never one person's fault. Momo, I think you've got some work to do too.
Moi? Mon ami, I am 250 years old. I have sorted out my issues. I have accepted the world as it is and now live peaceably within it.
Well, thing is, the world's always changing and we gotta evolve with it, especially when we're sharing our lives with someone else.
I have to say, for such an old vampire, you think very much like a mortal. Humanity struggles because they cannot reason.
God, I'm missing so
they
many.
They find their own purpose. Even when they reject their gods, they create new ones.
Compadre, let me shoot straight with you. You had this whole cult of reason thing you said, right? Ain't that just turning reason into a religion?
Quoi? No, I'm mocking religion.
And you've ridden on a pretty high horse with that mockery. Some people might even say that you're making absence of faith into a faith. Any chance that superiority gets in the way of setting people free?
I merely wish to help humanity stand up for itself. They should know better than to follow religious leaders.
Maybe you're right, but the truth of the matter is that nobody gives a dang about your shoulds, amigo. If you're shoving your truth down folks' throats, you're acting like them religious leaders you were fighting against. Ain't that so?
Yes, that is so. Clearly. The rabble cut off my head for attempting to educate them.
Maybe you'd win more hearts and minds if you just lived your truth. And maybe you wouldn't make Reza here feel so bad for having his own faith that he can do something good in the world.
Well played, American. You are wiser than you look.
Ain't the first time I've heard that.
Very well. Reza, I apologize. I have been dismissive of you, even of the things I admire about you, and I am sorry for it.
Thank you. I just want you to notice the good things about me, not just my messes.
I do, Sang Sucre.
I think we're finally getting to a good place. Maybe we can make some compromises here, huh? Momo, maybe you can let Reza work on his passions. And Reza, maybe you can agree to clean up some more around the castle. Or you can start paying your familiars to do it.
I guess our relationship is doomed if I don't clean up.
My God, Reza!
We will work on things together, my sweet. I will be patient with you if you are patient with me.
I can do that. I still want to be with you.
I'm glad to hear it. You two have got all the time in the world to work stuff out. We're gonna see some messy times, but we gotta go with the flow and give each other and ourselves a little grace. Think we can do that?
I will try.
I will as well. I don't need Reza continuing to think I am an ancient know-it-all of a man.
And we're not gonna read each other's minds, or we're gonna try not to, right? Whatever Reza thinks of you, he's gonna tell you and not stew on it. Ain't that so, partner?
Yes, you are an ancient know-it-all man, Momo.
I know I can be quite a pompous bourgeois bastard. No wonder they cut my head off.
Well, let's go easy on the labels, too. So, how are we feeling now?
I think we're gonna be okay.
Yes, I think so too.
I'm glad to hear it. Let's check in next month. We'll try out some of these new listening and compassion skills we're learning and see how it goes.
You're a good man.
I'm good and bad, just like any other human. All right, you two, fly home safe.
Au revoir, cowboy copain.
My
Bye,
goodness,
I love you.
That was intense, wasn't it?
Sure as hell was. I feel like I've gotten stuck in a tanning bed. How do you think they're doing, boss?
We can never know, can we? All I know is that you did excellent work, my dear. You are quite the teacher of compassion. Our kind have much to learn from you.
Sure as heck wish there weren't so many who needed my help, but that's being human, I guess. In fact, I know there's someone out there in Leipzig who's crying out for help, and I'm gonna find him.
You know you don't have to, my friend. There are many in the club who would love to feel your fangs in their
There
neck.
are many in the club.
But they don't need me as much as this person does.
Very well, Samuel. Please do not burn yourself out, though. We are very sensitive to flame.
I know. I think some air will do me good anyway.
Then I wish you luck, my friend. Do enjoy the night air, and I will see you anon.
All right, Andy, you have a good night.
You too, my friend. Rest in peace.
The creature?
That was a good night. Think them boys will be getting along a little better. Now I'm getting close to solving this back mystery. I can feel it. I think tonight's the night I check out the graveyard.
The creature?
Oh, hey, Bert. What do you know about the local graveyards?
Oh?
Oh, yeah? Can you give me some directions? Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
And then? Actually, can you repeat all that? Oh, that way? Well, thanks, Bert. You have yourself a fine night.
Have fun, Mike.
Thanks, Bert.
Dang. This place is a lot spookier than the graveyards back home.
It's so spooky, the creature!
Wouldn't want to be stuck in them tombs. Wonder how often vampires get locked away here. If there's a vampire hiding out here, I'll find him. Looks like someone's been here, that's for certain.
You a vampire? Wait.
The tombs here look pretty new. Most of the corpses here seem to be my age. As far as I know, the back kids died in the early 1700s. Guess they were lucky to kick the bucket before Baroque music did. Oh, but then I shouldn't joke about such grave matters. Oh, bad joke, Sam, bad joke. Oh, dang it, maybe there ain't no one here right now. Guess it was too much to hope that this backhasser would drop in my lap. Oh, well, guess I'll head back. Dun, 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 yeah.
Klappe halten, Schweinehund! Sind nicht seine verflixten Melodien!
The creature!
Holy shit, who the heck are you?
Englisch! Raus hier, Englisch! Lass mich in Ruhe!
Look, hombre, I ain't here to hurt you.
Ich verstehe Ihre schmutzige Sprache nicht! Raus mit euch!
Oh, the creature.
You're a back, ain't you?
A
I'm
back?
here to help.
Bach? Ich? Wilhelm Friedemann Bach ist nicht ein Bach. Nein, es gibt nur einen Bach. Keine Söhne, keine Töchter. Wir sind alle tot. Tot, hörst du?
I don't know what the heck he's saying, but I know there's
I don't
some
know what
distortions in there.
It's gotta be having a damn day or distortion.
I'll try some of my old favorites.
Verstehst du denn nicht? Ich bin ein Nichts. Es gibt nur einen Bach und der ist tot.
Alright, Yana. This is the perfect time. This is actually the most perfect time, Yana. The participation that you have to bring out. What does this say? There's only one. There's only one. Oh no, my boy! I'm nothing. He's labeling.
See, fellow.
No.
Meine Worte bedeuten nichts. Meine Musik bedeutet nichts.
No! Sleep off print. I'll miss you. Have a good day. Thank you for the teeth.
Oh, yeah. Dang it.
Fuck.
Well, shucks. I guess that's what I get for giving therapy to someone who didn't ask for it. I don't think these distortions are going to do the job. Only one thing I can do can help.
The horse?
Lass mich, Englisch.
Oh.
Das ist ein Friedhof. Lass mich in Frieden leiden.
Compassion.
There. You're scared, I know.
Horse.
It's normal to be scared.
Horse. Harry, welcome back. No matter what you say in any language, being treated like a horse is universal. The horse language is universal.
You're right to be scared. There's a lot to be afraid of, friend. But not me. I would never think of hurting you.
Was machst du denn?
The pressure's off. It's okay. I thought it was going to be fun if they were making me do those distortions, but it's okay. I can use context clues.
You don't gotta be alone, amigo. I got you.
Nicht allein?
Phil, I don't know your language, but I know a man who does. You want to come with? We can get you some help.
Komm mit.
That's right, Phila. We can help you commit.
Komm mit.
We can help you commit.
Come on, compadre. Let's get you some help. And maybe a bath. Well, another case closed for Sam Walls.
Just got an achievement called Carry on My Wayward Son.
And he looks shook out of his saddle to see another old vampire living in Leipzig. I think Bike Jr.'s in good hands, though. After a night of confronting ghouls in a graveyard, though, I just want to watch cartoons. Oh, death ain't so spooky.
But the creature! I want to see him with they took a bath! You're gonna watch this, though. Are you kidding me? The creature! Oh, I love the owl. This is good shit, actually. Inflating dog. I'm not familiar. Well, I'm familiar with the skeleton part. But the rest of it, I haven't seen. Ah! I've seen this guy. This is really important to me. Yeah. What? It's unnecessary. It's completely unnecessary. Hey. 4 of them? Yeah. Yeah, dude. Is that what bones do? Is this what bones can do? My bone! The perfect time for that.
Suck on a fireball!
My bones are always doing this. don't like this, actually. This is very frightening to me. Don't do that. Becca, I could skip it. I mean, Rach, I could skip it, but why would I do that? What is going on? He killed him. Oh!
They...
Time to go to bed. Ah! You creature! Oh, 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 oh. Right.
Well, dang. Might have a few daymares after that. Oh, well, bedtime for Sam.
All we do is win.
Good evening, my dear friend. I am looking forward to watching you work tonight.
I'm glad I can provide a little entertainment for a 3,000-year-old. It might not be that amusing to watch, though. Momo and Reza seem to be a little bit more accepting of each other's differences.
I believe it is so, but our relationship is always work. If we are properly living, or unliving, our humanity only becomes more complex with age.
I gotta confess, I'm a little out of my element in that department. I haven't had a real relationship since I died.
A pity for the vampire dating world that you are not part of it. It is bad out there, Samuel.
Voice of experience, huh?
At my age, I am the voice of experience by default. I only hope to learn from those experiences. In truth, I prefer to date mortals. Vampires tend to live in the past, but mortals have no option but to live in the present.
Maybe I can ask you a few questions about it.
Oh, yeah.
I've been meaning to ask. You're a heck of a lot older than Crimson. Ain't that a little weird?
Admittedly, yes. Crimson gets few of my references. She was not present for the end of antiquity, the classical world, the Dark Ages, feudalism, or imperialism.
Doesn't that create some problems? She's got a lot less experience than you do.
I cannot disrespect her for this. Her experience is unique to her, and that is what I try to appreciate. But I admit we are often frustrated with one another. She finds my resistance to technology difficult, but I was around for several industrial revolutions, so I do not see how she can be so cavalier about the dangers of technology. She is impatient about the slow advancement of human rights, like Reza, but I value her fiery spirit. Even you, my friend, have juvenile impatience at your tender vampire age, but this is what makes both you and Crimson attractive.
You sure it just ain't the allure of young flesh?
Okay.
Well, we are not supposed to say that part out loud. I suppose I seek to hold on to my youth and openness to the passage of time, just as Momo does.
Okay?
So everyone knows we vampires are horny bastards. How does that change in a vampire relationship?
We get kinkier and more experimental. Our disgust at the unconventional lessens with familiarity. A relationship can be a safe space for a vampire to explore.
Oh, shucks, I don't think there's much wrong with conventional sex.
Are you sure you must return to the United States, my friend? There is much to explore here.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Uh-huh.
Seems like our kind don't go in for monogamy much. Why is that?
Vampires are complex. We experience either a deep understanding or a deep rejection of our own humanity. It is highly unlikely that one person can fulfill all our needs. Crimson's younger partners provide her with something different from what an ancient vampire offers, and I feel no jealousy when she engages with them. And Crimson cannot fulfill certain desires of mine, not because of unwillingness, but because of simple biology and age. I will spare you the details.
Well, thanks for that.
Don't spare me the details. Tell me about that.
Well, I think the best way for me to learn about vampire relationships is probably to be in one.
Are you looking for love, my friend?
Well, not looking exactly. But if a John Muir type lands in my lap, I ain't gonna turn him away.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Samuel, it has been more than 100 years since John Muir died.
Yeah, I know. I gotta move on. Like I said, I won't turn down an opportunity if it comes up.
I hope not, my friend. But hark, I believe I hear our couple approaching. Choose your distortions well.
Ah! I got a lot of shit wrong with Reza last time. And I would like to not do that. Very into fairness. Very not enjoying the fairness. And is he like emotional reasoning? I feel like he is, and like overgeneralization is like a big thing too. Mind reading is locked in. Mind reading is just their basic, so it's like locked in for them because that's their biggest problem. Should statements? Control fallacy? Some labeling? Sure, just as a
Got my
treat.
tools ready. Time for some therapy.
Very good, Samuel. May your compassion and patience lead your clients to more contented nights.
Thanks, Andy. Evening, gentlemen. How we doing tonight?
Oh, no.
Salam, Mr. Waltz. I think I am feeling good tonight.
I'm glad to hear that, Reza. You all right there, Momo?
No, I am not all right. And I believe I have you to blame for it.
Oh, you creature.
Me? Well, what did I do?
You put all sorts of funny ideas into dear Reza's head. And now he has lost his mind thanks to you.
Maybe we better lay our cards on the table. What's been going on? Why do you think Reza's lost his mind?
Well, go ahead, Reza. Take your shirt off and show the man what you have done to yourself.
Oh, no.
Well, all right.
Hey, that's a
Oh!
fine tattoo, friend. I ain't never been inked myself. A little afraid of needles. What's it mean?
They're koi fish. They go with the flow, but they don't stop being what they are.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hey, I like that. That's a great perspective. You want to accept the world for what it is without compromising yourself.
Yes, that is why I incorporated my bullet holes. I died for my cause because I care about it, and I always will. I can still be myself and make an impact on the world without expecting to completely change it.
Wine. Welcome every Wednesday.
Well, dang, Reza. That's a beautiful way of looking at things.
Is it? You should hear the mail that comes from his beautiful mouth now. The world belongs to those who let go. He whose desires or few gets them. He whose desires or many goes astray. My dear Reza has fallen from reason and breathed the opiate of the masses, religion, into his dead lungs.
Why are you so angry? I finally listened to you, to both of you. I am learning to accept what I cannot change.
I am upset because I thought I was dating a freethinker like myself, not one who quotes from ancient books.
Well, what's he talking about, Reza? You find some kind of religion?
Well, yes. I think I have been looking for answers for a long time, and I started to find them in the Tao Te Ching.
Ugh, I thought you were an intelligent man, but here you are believing in yet another sky daddy that will only hurt you.
I'm not even religious. I'm just trying to find my peace with the world and understand my place in it. Why is that bad? You were right, Momo. I was getting so angry about things I couldn't change. But I am still here. I'm still me. I still believe in the fight for freedom, but I need to accept my place in that fight.
You're not wrong about that, darling. But I cannot believe that you would turn your back on reason to do
Vera,
it.
it's incredible. I'm like, please, guys. Like, you shouldn't... I love you so much. I'm glad that you think the other is hot, but like...
Reason told me that the universe is wrong and broken. The Tao tells me that the universe simply is.
Ugh, do you hear him? He sounds like a monk. He has given up on being a part of the world and now lives outside it.
I have done no such thing. I am just trying to make peace with my place in the world.
And the way to do that is to become a sheeple?
Amigo, you slapped him with a label there. Is it fair to reduce Reza to a sheeple? Heck, does a sheeple even work? Sheeple should be more than one sheep person.
Okay, he is one of the sheeple. He has lost independent thought.
That's your take. But Reza doesn't sound like any zealot to me. And remember, you can't know his mind.
I understand now, I think. You don't respect people who don't think the way you do.
I don't respect people who spurn reason as the one true God.
Don't you understand? You are just as dogmatic as the ones who took over my country. You started the cult of reason for the sole purpose of mocking your fellow humans. I'm not surprised they cut off your head.
Oh, you like that I was beheaded, do you? Yes, they cut off my head because reason is the most terrifying thing in the world to the chained mind. And I would go through it again. In fact, I invite them to cut off my head again and again.
Dax, welcome.
Why? What does it get you? Fine, you are smarter than everyone else. Now what? What does it make better? You think I am a fool? You disrespect me. You think I'm no different from a mullah or an inquisitor.
This is mind reading, but also it's correct.
Whoa, I'll stop you there, Reza. I know you're feeling judged, but you're mind reading here and going to extremes.
No, I'm afraid he isn't. It's true. I don't respect him, not anymore.
Okay. Where's the breakup button? Where's the breakup button?
You serious? Reza finding a little pieces made you really see him differently?
It would be ridiculous for me to see him otherwise. I am a man of reason.
Then I feel sorry for you, Momo. You're an intelligent man. You have a deep understanding of the world, and that made you so attractive to me. But maybe you aren't curious about understanding other people. I think we both know this relationship has been over for a while.
I would have been content if you had simply adapted to the cold embrace of reason as I have. We could have enjoyed intellectual pursuits together for eternity.
I will only ever be me, Momo.
That is a shame.
Oh my god.
Very well, therapist. I hope you are happy. You've destroyed the relationship.
Hombre, I ain't here to save or destroy your relationship. I'm here to find reality, no matter what it is. Man, a reason ought to appreciate that, right?
I suppose so. It seems that reality bites, with fangs sharper than my own.
That's it then. Maybe it is better that we find our own paths.
Perhaps my needs are better fulfilled elsewhere.
I mean, we don't have to end that part of our relationship.
That's what we're saying.
Indeed, no. It would be a pity if I could not see that airy chest again.
Right?
You mean this one?
Yes, that one. Your animal side should still be intact, yes?
I am the same person, Momo.
Oh, well, then this is acceptable.
I will still move out. A castle is too much for me, but I think we can still have fun.
You two gonna be okay then?
I imagine so. I will be Momo, Reza will be Reza. Reason says it cannot be otherwise.
Well, I'm sorry we couldn't have a fairy tale ending here, but if we're not fighting reality, I think we're doing the prudent thing. If y'all need me, I'll be here for you.
As vampires, whatever, man.
Thank you. I think I would like a therapist.
I'll give you my Vmail address. Well, I guess we're done here, huh?
Yes. It is sad, but I am relieved.
That's just how life goes sometimes, ain't it? All right, you two, I'll let you get going then. I hope the new arrangement will be good for both
I'm
of you.
relieved too.
Well, I suppose I'll still get what I want. Very well, therapist. Bonne nuit to you.
And Khodafez.
An unexpected end to the evening, but perhaps the best one we could hope for. Reza seems to have found some measure of peace, and Momo is not ready to be flexible in his thinking yet. It is common among our kind.
So I'm discovering. I wish I could have helped them two find some kind of middle ground, though.
It isn't up to you, my dear. A couple is not a unit, but one and one. And who knows, perhaps in 1,000 years, Momo and Reza will be a wonderful couple.
Relationships ain't easy in life or death, I reckon. But this was probably a growing experience for both of them. Truth be told, even though it didn't work out, I'm a little envious.
It need not be so, Samuel. I am certain that there are many who would love to experience a passionate, compassionate cowboy.
I'm gonna freak out.
Oh, shucks, boss. If it happens, it happens. I ain't in no rush.
Then I hope you will be caught by surprise, my dear. Well, I will leave you to it. Tonight is the last night of Bachfest. I hope you will go out and enjoy the music.
I will. Now that Wilhelm's in good hands, I can relax and enjoy
Can I
it.
see Wilhelm? Can we, check in on Wilhelm?
Do so, my friend. Your evening off is well earned. Rest in peace.
Can we make sure that that guy's okay? The creature.
Well, I was hopeful for them two fellas, but I think Reza's just outgrown Momo. Love ain't easy for us immortals, but I gotta hope. What do you think, Johan? Think there's any hope for us old folks?
Talking to dead men again?
Joanna, hey! I was hoping I'd see you again tonight. That was some mighty fine flute playing you did the other night.
Oh no.
Thank you, Sam. You're an old soul, I think. I wasn't surprised you liked Bach.
Well, the man certainly had a gift.
Did you end up finding his children?
Yeah, I did actually. I think they're in a better place now.
Being dead is in a better place?
Oh, it ain't so bad. You get used to it after a while, right?
You are a very odd duck. Has anyone ever told you that?
I don't think so, but I like the sound of it.
Then you are a very odd duck, Sam.
You gotta tell me something, though. How do you play the flute like that with fangs?
Fangs? You don't know how to play the flute at all, do you, Sam? You just bring the head to your lips, loosen your jaw, and blow.
Okay.
Would you like me to teach you how to play Bach, Sam?
Oh, very much, ma'am. Very much. I'm afraid I'm heading back to the States soon, though.
So am I. But we don't need to worry about that right now. Bach will play all night. What do you say, partner?
But Andy! But my toxic vampire power imbalance, age gap, fucking relationship.
I'm sorry, Joanna. You're a lovely person, truly. But I'm on this therapy journey now. I'm still sorting myself out, and that's something I'd like to do alone.
My therapist who I saved from suicide, my bones!
That's all right, Sam. Thank you for being so honest. I'd still like to share some Bach with you, though, if you're open to it.
That sounds mighty fine, Joanna. Mighty fine indeed.
Oh, cute. She has a little, what is this? Little bird. Yay! Let's see if the cast pops up. Anika Mar as the triplets. Skeleton dance. I would love to be friends IRL. Are you kidding me? We did it! We did it, everybody. The creatures! What achievements did I miss? A lot of them?
They...
Ah! Yana, I'm so happy. I'm so excited for that one. These bones of mine. Alright. It's over. But stream isn't. For at least, like, 30 minutes. So, guess what time it is, baby? You know what time it is. I'm gonna wash. Rex, I'll do some demos soon. The thing is, I am a sitting vampire. But I can stay a sitting vampire. What does it matter? You know? I can just hang out down here. I'm not changing the title of the stream. We're just gonna, like, live with that. It don't matter none. That's the thing. Shrek! I'd love to play Undertale together. Donkey! My hooves! God, this song used to make me cry instantly. It's crazy. What a time to be alive. Volume check, as always. Hell yeah. The music's in a weird spot. Wait. Put you over here. No, you're not readable. I hate this. Fine. No, I can't pause. Don't pause. Alt-tab. There. My bones. Oh my god, are you guys gonna tear it up? That's so exciting. Hell yeah, brother! God, Minecraft music also hits. It all hits, dude. Yana, maybe you should write some fanfiction and then give it to me? Maybe you should write fanfiction that you've dedicated to me specifically? No, come on, anyone can write. You could draw, think about that. Make fan art. What the fuck does this say? What is this? Oh, it's a cookbook! Nightly treats? One night deboned. My bones! Oh. Choice cuts, dude. Welcome back, Dungeon Meshi, truly. After all this time. I, like, don't want to wash the wall yet, but also I just kind of want to go fucking crazy. Like, there's so much everywhere. Fuck it, we ball. Sonic the Hedgehog. I have to share my agonies with all of you. I hadn't yet because I was like locked in on therapy, but I finished Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, the video game, yesterday, after weeks of being lost in the medieval wilderness, and it got me. And that's something that takes a lot out of me to admit. So, but it got me at the end. The yaoi. I'm not immune. Everything must end, unfortunately. Well, I was immune to yaoi. I was being very immune to the yaoi in this game. Mostly because I was doing that stupid thing that my brain does, where when people I know are excited about something and tell me I'll like it, my brain goes, well, now I'm not gonna like it because you told me to like it and I hate you. So I was playing it and I was like, this is fine, like, it's whatever. And then and Eva was like, when you get to the actual, like, romance scene, you'll understand. And I was like, I don't think I believe you. And then I got to the romance scene. And now I have to admit that I was wrong, which is very difficult for me. Because I'm very mentally ill, but... Becca, we love it. Harry, I also didn't know that, and now I'm scared. I'm excited to see Sinners. Because I have a friend, Becca and I've talked about our friend who's obsessed with movies, and they are so obsessed with Sinners that they've seen it like 26 times. And I don't want to let them down. Is Sinners, like, out of theaters now? Or is it still in theaters? Tanya will go to the theater more times than you can possibly imagine, and they will remain the same amount of excitement every time, and it's something that inspires me. Dear God, I haven't been to the movies in so long. I want to go. I want movie theater popcorn. I miss it. Bear, of course. I also love it. I just don't get to go as much as I'd like. Which is pretty much never at all, but I do love it. That dirt? Oh, it's on the wall. Oh, Becca, I haven't heard anything. I haven't, like... I've been avoiding so many things of it because I want to go in free of sin. Bear, isn't it good? The popcorn's never better, and you're with somebody, and, like, The sound is good and it's big. Hey, Spreader. Welcome. We finished therapizing, so I'm cleaning with power. Frog! Wow, it's fucking dirty in here. It's awful. You guys are raising your children in this environment? I can't believe you. Like, usually we wash, like, the outside of somebody's house, and it's like, oh, that's pretty dirty. But this is, like... This is their home. This is the inside of it. Oh, Jesus. The angles. My bones. 2 Animal Crossings back to back? Crazy. I just want to go to the movies. How could you do this to me? And also, the thing is, it's like I want to go to the movies, and also the movies costs $6,000. I don't think that's romanticizing, I think that's just the truth. Oh, we're doing all Animal Crossing all the way down, huh? Yana? Your frog! I want to see him! I'm a vampire. Who's cleaning up. Final do treasure pile. Didn't realize I was cleaning the main one. This is too much gold. Can I have some? Becca, are you gonna talk about Mumford and Sons? Like, I don't know what's going on. Oh, the Long Johns, the ones that are really big. I've heard one version. They're very generic. For sure, I understand what you mean. Which sucks, because a name like The Longest Johns is one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life. And it's like... The only sea shanties I've listened to are the ones from the Assassin's Creed soundtrack. So... which I haven't played, by the way. But I just... Does this... we're washing money. Is this money laundering? Becca, that's definitely... I understand this. Definitely a Nova Scotian thing, huh? Or what's the problem? This is too much. Oh, it opens. Ah! Who's this? Shrek? This is making all the gemstones is making me want to play Spyro. I'm experiencing like a lot of different emotions right now, and none of them are actually relevant to what I'm doing. Mitsu, welcome. Here at the end of all things. I want to finish the gold pile before I end the stream. But I'm scared. But I'm not strong enough. Oh, to work. Egg? Egg! Speed run. You don't open? Okay. Oh, Detroit become human. Yay, treasury pile! No, you're so right. Yay! Okay, I'm gonna end, because I do have to go. Shrek! Alright, everybody, thank you for coming to therapy today. With the couples and the creature. I don't know what we're gonna do tomorrow. Maybe some demos? I don't know. Have fun playing Undertale. Have fun doing your thing. I love you guys very much. I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye!